A powder room vanity might seem like a small detail in the grand scheme of home design, but it's one of those elements that can completely transform a space. Powder rooms, in general, are a fun place to take design risks. Since they're smaller and often tucked away from the main living spaces, they offer the perfect opportunity to try something bold, unexpected, or just really stylish. The vanity is the centerpiece of that tiny retreat, so getting it right makes all the difference. One of the first things to think about when choosing a powder room vanity is size. Space is usually at a premium in a powder room, so a massive vanity isn't really an option. But that doesn't mean it has to be boring. There are plenty of ways to make a smaller vanity stand out. A vintage-inspired pedestal sink can add instant character, while a sleek floating vanity creates a more modern feel. If storage is a priority, a small cabinet-style vanity with drawers or shelves underneath can be a lifesaver for keeping things tidy while still looking chic. Material choices play a big role in how the vanity feels, both visually and functionally. Wood vanities bring warmth and a touch of nature into the space. Whether it's a rustic reclaimed wood piece or a classic stained oak, painted vanities in deep blues, rich greens, or even soft pastels can add a pop of color and personality. Then there are stone countertops, marble, quartz, granite, all of which bring in that luxurious touch that makes a powder room feel special. And let's not forget about metal accents. Brass or matte black hardware can make a big statement and tie everything together beautifully. The sink style is another fun decision. A vessel sink that sits on top of the vanity adds a sculptural element and is a great way to make the vanity feel like an intentional design choice. On the other hand, an undermount sink is sleek, easy to clean, and works well for a more streamlined look. Wall-mounted faucets are another way to add a touch of elegance and can free up counter space, making even a tiny vanity feel more open and functional. Mirrors are like the best supporting actors in the powder room vanity story. A well-chosen mirror can make the whole space feel bigger and brighter. An oversized, ornately framed mirror can bring a touch of old-world charm, while a sleek, frameless option keeps things modern and minimal. Round mirrors, arched mirrors, or even uniquely shaped ones can add that little extra flair. And let's not forget about lighting. Sconces on either side of the mirror create balanced lighting, while a chic overhead pendant can bring in a little drama. Since the powder room is often one of the most visited spaces by guests, it's the perfect place to have a little fun with design details. Statement wallpaper behind the vanity instantly elevates the space, whether it's bold florals, geometric patterns, or a moody dark hue. Wallpaper can create that wow factor. If wallpaper feels like too much, textured walls, shiplap, or even a simple beadboard wainscoting can add visual interest without overwhelming the room. Storage might not be the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about a powder room vanity, but it can be a game changer. A small basket under a floating vanity, a vintage cabinet repurposed for extra storage, or even built-in shelving nearby can help keep extra towels, hand soap, and other essentials within easy reach while keeping the space looking uncluttered. Even the vanity itself can offer hidden storage solutions with cleverly designed drawers and compartments to keep everything organized. Faucets and hardware are like the jewelry of the vanity, and they deserve just as much attention as the vanity itself. A sleek, modern chrome faucet might give off a crisp, clean vibe, while an antique brass one brings in warmth and vintage charm. Matte black hardware can add a bold, graphic edge, and mixing metals, like a brass faucet with black cabinet handles, can create a more curated, designer look. It's all in the details. And these little touches can make a big impact. If space allows, adding a little extra decor to the vanity area can make the powder room feel more inviting. A small vase with fresh flowers, a scented candle, or even a stylish soap dispenser can make the whole area feel thoughtfully put together. Framed artwork, a small potted plant, or decorative trays can add personality and make the vanity feel less utilitarian and more like a curated design moment. At the end of the day, the best powder room vanity is one that reflects personal style while making the most of the space. Whether it's sleek and modern, vintage and charming, or bold and artistic, the vanity is the heart of the powder room. It's where form meets function, and where small details come together to create a big impact. With the right mix of materials, colors, and thoughtful touches, even the tiniest vanity can turn a simple powder room into a stylish little retreat that guests won't forget.